Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. How is everybody doing today? I hope all of you guys are having an amazing quarantine, as best as you can make it. Obviously, we want to make the best out of a bad situation, which it's kind of bad right now because like everybody's freaking out, and I mean we have every right to freak out because we've like never had an issue, I guess, like this where we don't have like all of the kids everywhere, all this crazy stuff that you don't expect to happen now in 2020 because you know we think that we're so like advanced and like all this stuff, but here we are today, quarantined inside for like a while. I'm not even allowed to return to my job for a little bit, and it's gotten to that point. So obviously right now all we can do is be behind camera, staying away from people, and just kind of, you know, like connect with you guys on here. What I'm going to be doing today is I'm going to be reviewing, oh, there's like a little bug. I got it. So what I'm going to be reviewing today is two palettes because this one, the Hello Charmer palette by BoxyCharm, it's like the one that they sent out in the BoxyLuxe. And I'm going to try out this other one that I got in like, I think my first or second BoxyCharm ever. But the reason that I want to compare both is because this one, I tried it out on my Instagram live like yesterday and the day before. And it was just to kind of do like a first impressions because I was like, well, again, we're quarantined. I've been home actually for a while. I've actually been home because there was like, I had been sick. So like I had been sick, and after that, they were like, hey, like we need you to stay home. So I've been kind of like laying low, obviously behind closed doors. And now they were just like, hey, like you have to wait longer before you can return to work. And it's all, of course, so that we take all the precautions and that, you know, we make sure that everybody else stays healthy when the world right now is maybe not in the healthiest state. But anyways, like this palette, my first impressions were not the best, but that's why I wanted to guys show you comparatively like something similar because I have like some other palettes that I've received, but like the color stories. So like this is the boxy one. I showed it on my other video. They're beautiful pigments, shades. And then this other one is Violet Voss. It's the Essentials Pro Series. And so this color story is kind of similar. I'm gonna try to stick with using the shades that I know are like in this one as well. So that's what we're gonna do today. So let's get started because I don't wanna have like a super long video either. Sorry about that noise, guys. It's the makeup wipes that I'm using in case I need them. So what we're gonna do, because I've already tried this out a couple times, I'm gonna go straight in. I did prime both of the eyes with the Wet n Wild eyeshadow primer. It's the Photo Focus one. I've tried it out with other palettes and it works really well for what I needed to. It's just for me like play with. So we're gonna go first with the color Spoiler right here. And it's kind of similar to my skin tone, but what we're doing is we're just gonna put like a base. And on this one here, since the color that I have similar, well, actually, we'll do the color Premium first, this one. And we'll use the color Sand on this one because there's kind of the same, and it's to, again, show you guys the pigments and show you guys as many colors as possible as I can with what I feel comfortable doing too. So we're using the color premium. I'm using a brush from Via Co, which is Leslie's brand. Obviously you see it's coated, so let is just dip right in. And so this is exactly what was happening on Instagram Live. It just looks like there's nothing there. So we'll dip right in again. Fully coated. And now it's showing up a bit more. But I had to layer it already. So I'm just packing the color. And guys, like I've been saying, I was like sick, so I had like a cold, I'm assuming. I'm not gonna say anything else. But I had like a cold, and yeah, like I've just been taking meds and just kind of staying in my apartment as low-key as possible. Just kind of eating soups and, you know, trying to stay healthy. Fruits, I'm even taking like vitamins, which I never thought I would. So there's that color. It's showing up a lot better. Obviously I've had to already layer it a couple times just to get it to show up like this. Because like some of the other shades do not show up. There's a lot of fallout too. Look. And it's like completely gone. So there's that. Now I'm gonna just dip it into this from Ulta Beauty. It's the New Hue Shadow Switching Pad. And I love this because you can just clean your brush and bam, it's done. So now that was that color. And so now we're gonna go in with the color Sand over here. It's a little bit deeper, but it is just to kind of show two different pigments. This is coated. And so that's like also very close to my skin, but it shows up a lot quicker than the other one. For sure. I like how easy this one is to blend too. The other one, I've reviewed it for 2 days straight, and no, I didn't like it at all. But it is just about showing you guys, and then being of course on camera, and hoping we get a different payout. All this powder from the other color is killing me right now. So there's that. Cute. They're kind of similar. Now, since that's that, cleaning it, done. Now we're gonna go in with the other color, which is Spoiler. So we're going in with the color Spoiler, and now we're going to just deepen the shade a bit. And it does not really, it's coated, but it doesn't really show up. Like it doesn't really make a difference on my eye. Don't even look like I'm applying anything on here. So it doesn't really look like I've even put anything on, guys. anyways, there's that. And this still has a lot of color, but it doesn't do anything. Now we're gonna go in with the other, and we're gonna go in with the color terracotta. And so we're just gonna do the same thing that this was supposed to do, is deepen the color. I'm like, okay, this one's doing the same thing. No, this is so much better. It's already like more orange. And so I'm just like packing that in to the color. And see, like, this is already more orange. And this is more yellow, but it's all good. So, they both didn't really make a huge difference, but this is obviously more orange. This was supposed to get, like, this color here as close as possible if there was really any pigment. I've been really disappointed with the palette actually, guys, because I was expecting a lot more, especially because it is like from BoxyCharm, and like it was on their labeling like, hey, it's ultra pigmented. We were thinking about you BoxyCharmers and you guys, our reviews and everything, and yeah, this is still better than this. Like, this doesn't even look like I added anything after the second tone. So now what we're gonna do is we'll do a little cute cut crease in the middle, just so we can do something cute. And then we'll deepen the rest of the eye. So now we're gonna cut the crease. We're gonna cut a small crease in the middle of the eye, just so that we can add some shimmer here. And so guys, I just find it so much easier for me to do this with like a small brush. Let's see. And so now the same thing on the other eye. Cute. So there's that. Now where is my makeup wipe? Just to take off the concealer from the brush. so that it's not all like full of stuff. And then let me take this off real quick here. Good. Now, what I'm gonna do is with this little like detail brush here, what we're gonna do is we're going to add, so the next color that I have that is like similar to each other is this. It's gonna be this gold here, Sneak Peek. So this color Sneak Peek, we're gonna add it to that crease there in a bit. We're just gonna like let it dry a bit more. And let's add it. So detail brush. I'm sorry, not Sneak Peek. We're gonna use the color Lux. This one here. We're gonna use this color here, Lux, and that's what we're gonna add to our crease. So that's coated. And I'm just like stamping it on. So you see it's coming out cute. But I've taken off all the other color, so it is what it is. It hardly showed up anyway. So there's that. We cleaned it off. Looks clean, yeah. And now we're gonna do the same thing with the other palette. And on the Violet Voss, this one is like legit called gold, which on that one was called Lux. And same thing, just pack it in to the concealer. Right there. I will say that this gold shade is a lot like deeper on the boxy one. The other palette, BoxyCharm one, because this is not showing up as pretty as the other one was. You're close though. And so there's that, guys. I think the gold, I like this more, but the shade, like, no, the rest coloring on this eye, the pigment is just not there. Now, the next color we're going to use is going to be just to deepen the bottom of the eye. On this one, we're gonna use Cup of Joe here, and we're gonna deepen the bottom of the eye just to kind of make it look like if I had like a liner or something. Where is this? Also, something that I don't like about this is that it drops a lot of powder, like a ton. So there's that, guys. Cute. Okay. And now the same on the other eye, except on the other eye, it's gonna be called Cinnamon. And so pigment deeper than that one, very much. So the only other color that I have left that is kind of the same is this other shade called Charmer. And so the shade Charmer, it's like green. This. What we're gonna do is we'll see what it does to the eye. Yeah, it's not really doing anything for me. Not at all. So it's not really doing anything. So let's just not even do that. So what we'll do is we'll add this color pop-up here into the inner corner just to get that little like extra pop-up color. So we're gonna use this detail brush. So that's showing up, it's cute. Cute. So now on this eye, we're gonna do the color that's similar to it. Now it's gonna be called Cream. So this one's barely showing up. I will say that like the shimmers for the Boxy Charm palette were like good, but the matte shades were just not pigmented. I will say that the other shades, like the shimmers for Boxy, were a lot more pigmented than the other ones, which was like so much better. Like the mattes, they're just not there. So you see, cute. Well guys, that's pretty much the whole look. My whole impressions of this palette was just not the best. I was not happy with it at all. What I'll do is I'll actually swatch some for you guys, since the video I'm gonna maybe try to edit to where I can put it all together. But let me just swatch some of them for you guys. On my arm, which one should I do? This one here. I do usually prime my arm when I did this on Instagram Live, which, because I did primer on the eyeshadow, I figured it should be the same. I should make it fair and let it try to show up the same, you know what I mean? So let's start with that. So the first shade that I'm gonna try out for you guys is this one, Boxy. Well, actually, the shades that I use here, let's swatch that. So, Cup of Joe. Not bad. This is pretty much dry. And so it swatches really good. But on here, I would say mediocre. The next one we'll do was Premium, which it shows up. And let's put it here. And so here the shade was a lot better, but like it got a little patchy towards the end. I mean, it is really close to my skin tone, so there's that. Oh, also I have a tattoo there, guys. The next one is Spoiler, which is another one that we used. Ooh, like look at that. There's like literally like a piece of chalk falling off. So there's those. And then there's the color Luxe as well, which that one is pretty, and it was super easy to use. Look at that, guys. How pretty. Well, there you guys have it. My swatches of some of the colors, a little review. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your quarantine, because I most definitely will not be enjoying having to be indoors forever. But I'll be making videos for sure, since I don't have anything else to do, right? But you guys enjoy the rest of your day and have a good one. Bye.